You take a look at this team, obviously a different leader at the top. So it's still early, but what have you seen from Coach Mose that has you excited about this season?
He's always motivating us to have more kids there, always getting everybody together, really forming a team and making sure that, we kind of know each other better and just different than before, just feel like a team really.
He said there's a lot of similarities to what he's trying to do schematically and to what Coach Yenser did. So is that kind of an easy transition on paper or an easier transition maybe than most people would think?
I mean, it's not that bad, but it's something, it's always a change. I mean, it's something to get used to that we're not, there's some things that are different, but obviously always trying to get people there and get, I'm stuttering, and get people on the team. I mean, it's basically the same idea, but that's about it.
When you take a look at this Raiders team, what are some of the things that have impressed you in the offseason, and what is going to be, a big key for you guys moving forward?
Well, we usually never did anything during the spring or during other seasons if kids weren't playing winter sports, and we started doing things this spring when we first found out we were getting a new head coach, and we never did that before. We just did things during the summer. We've had a lot more scrimmages during the summer too, so it's definitely made a big difference.
Any high school coach will tell you it begins in the trenches. For you, how do you help lead the guys up front to make sure that everybody's on the same page and make sure the line is kind of the starting point for your success?
That's something that we're kind of short on as linemen, so always getting people there, always making sure people, as Coach Mose said, get on the bus and trying to get as many people as possible and starting with the younger kids, trying to get people in young. And that's kind of one of the big things that we're starting this year's youth camps and stuff.
What are some of the things that you guys are really going to be harping on and really going to be emphasizing as an offense this year in a first year under Coach Mose?
This year it's a little different than last year. So this year we're going to be getting on communication and knowing, hey, what the play is, motions, that kind of stuff. This year it's a lot different, hand signals, and it's a lot more to comprehend than last year.
When you take a look at everything that you guys have done in terms of the history of Southern Wells, you guys want to get back to that upper echelon of the conference, got to get back to that successful level. How do you do it?
Right now it's about getting numbers. We're a little weak on numbers this year, and if we get the numbers and we get people showing up to things, I think we'll get back up there and we'll be good.
Coach Mose seems like a guy with a lot of energy. What are your first impressions of him? How do you think it's going to play out this fall with a new coach?
At first, it was different. It was different. He has a lot of enthusiasm, and he's excited. And for me, it's just getting used to it, and I've gotten used to it. And I think it's gonna be good with a lot of enthusiasm. He's been showing up to stuff. When he lived in Edinburgh, he drove 2.5 hours for a morning weights before school. So he's committed. He wants to be successful this year.
Day one is coming up in about 10 days. So what is going to be the biggest point of emphasis when you guys get on the field for the first time?
The biggest point of emphasis is not to get down on yourself when you make a mistake. This offense is new, and some of our guys struggle to get to know it. And it is a lot, but we just can't get down on ourselves. If we get down on ourselves, then it's not gonna be good.
All right, Coach. First season for you at Southern Wells. So, what do you try to do to put your stamp on this program? What are some of the things you're trying to implement early to get these guys kind of under the umbrella of what you do as a coach?
The first thing we did was the theme, get on the bus, and trying to get the kids really excited about football. And that's translating and getting more and more players here over the summer. And then secondly, just making sure when they're here, they're having fun, they're working hard, they're doing the things that they need to do for us to become a better football team, but also develop that family environment, that family community that we need. Taking
over for Coach Yenser, what are some of the similarities and differences schematically that we'll see from you guys based on what they did last year?
Yeah, there's already two of our plays, a couple of our players say this is our play from last year. So they ran a lot of the plays we're going to run this year. We're going to spread it out a little bit more and probably pass a little bit more. I would say that's probably going to be the main difference. But overall, it's going to look kind of similar.
What would you say are the biggest strengths? What do you think are going to be the strengths of the Southern Wells team?
Strength-wise, I think our skill position guys, we have some speed on the outside we can get to. We also have a senior-led offensive line with some, I think, 3 or 4 seniors on the O-line. That's going to be huge for us.
When you take a look at the Raiders, the pride of Pennington, historically a good football program, how do you get back to that level?
I think it's about getting the community excited about football, getting the players excited about football, building our numbers up, And then when they're there, making sure they're having fun, making sure they're working hard, and things like that. I think that's what's going to get us back on track.
Who are some of the guys that are kind of tabbed name-wise with leading you guys and that are going to be big keys coming up in this season?
Yeah, Mason Huffman's been a big leader for us at QB. He's a senior. He started last year at QB. Coleman Beeks, he's a slot. He's going to be huge for us. Braden Schreiber, Michael Sutton, people like that, they're going to be huge for us on the O-line, D-line too.
And where were you coaching before here?
Before here, I was at Edinburgh, and then before that, I was at Seymour.
Okay, but you're still a pretty young guy, like 26, is that right?
Yep, I'm 26, yep.
You might be getting gray hair quick.
Yes, I've been getting some more gray hair, yeah. It's been fun, though. It's been a good experience.
That's what happens when you're dealing with 14 to 18-year-olds, I think.
I agree, yes, I agree.
All right, man. I appreciate